appreciative of all the things that men do when it comes to dating. We recognize that you guys don't have it easy when it comes to spending and all of that sort of thing, and we truly appreciate it. And I'll say that from all women, most of them. I mean, some people out here looking for something else, sprinkle.
I can't believe I believed everything we had was less.
This video is for the guys. So for the guys. Y'all get out of here, ladies, because I'm telling all our secrets. This video is going to show you how to just make someone obsessed with you after the first date, first couple dates, so a woman can be into you. Listen, as a big age woman, I've been on plenty of dates, and I have taken away some of these date tips that made me feel sensational. Sensational after the date, and I'm gonna share that with you, y'all. This is 10 tips that you can do after your date or during your dates to have a woman completely fall in love with you in the first date. Okay, I mean, some of it kind of linger on to the next date, but if you try any of these tips, I promise you that you will get more dates out of the situation and potentially a relationship, because that's what we're all out here dating for, right? I have been on many dates, and a lot of these things are things that have been done to me or for me. To me sounds a little interesting, but it has been done for me on a date and or after a date that just made me feel sensational. And I want to share that with you guys, because maybe if she's the girl you want and the chemistry is vibing, then why not do none of these tricks? Number one, and it's gonna be key, and I'm sorry y'all, tip is gonna be arrange the date. Listen, this is the era of dating apps, so a lot of people use that as a crutch, and I'm encouraging you to not use that as a crutch, right? The back and forth about what you want to do, where you want to go. You're the man. A woman wants a man to lead. So she is heavily starting her evaluation with you on what you select and what you do as the first date. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Women are not looking for the grand steakhouse as the first dinner. Many women, and I'm just going to be candid, don't even want to sit through the dinner if there's not a vibe. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Like, a coffee date for the first date is completely fine. What they do want is for you to find a location and a time and a date, and as long as it works for the both of you, that you should just schedule it. You arrange the date, and that is going to already be the first check for you, baby. The back and forth, what you want to do, where you want to go, is so juvenile, and a woman is already cringing when you can't even put together a date. So I'm just going to be completely honest with you. To arrange a date, it could be at a park. It really doesn't have to be a place that you're spending a lot of money. It could just be to essentially get to know that person, have some face-to-face contact. And after that, then you can kind of start to woo and court them. You could really court them with, how you want to dine with them and that sort of thing. But that doesn't have to be the first date. So they're observing you on the first date, and arrange the date. And it doesn't have to be the highest of highest places, unless maybe that's what you into. So yeah, that's gonna be tip. Okay, tip 2 is gonna be just like, shouldn't you have known this? Dress according to the date. You cannot expect her to be in 4-inch stilettos if you guys are going to the park. So if you decide to go to the park and you want to do something a little more low key, she might throw some makeup on, but baby, she's going to be in sneakers. Like, it's not going to be high heels. And I say that as the opposite as well, right? So if you know that you may work from home more often, and she is in the office, she's an attorney, she is a supervisor or whatever it is, right? And you know that she's more business casual, you want to maybe select a place that's going to be more business casual so that she knows the kind of attire to wear, right? She's not going to wear the banging black dress if you guys are just going to a early dinner after work or a happy hour. So be prepared to kind of convey those things so that you guys can both be dressed according to the date and the time of day, the date's location and the time of day. What I will also emphasize on this note is that you should do the same. So if she's expecting you coming from work, and let's say you are a accountant, I don't know, then she's gonna expect maybe you're gonna be in a button-down shirt, so she's gonna dress something similar. But if that's not your speed at work and you come to work in jeans and maybe a polo shirt or even a t-shirt because you are IT whatever, right? Like, you have to prepare her for that. And I think that she will take away that you made an effort to really put yourself together for her. So I know that that is going to be a little further down in this top 10, but at the bare minimum, convey what, without saying what you're wearing, certainly select the date, location, and the time of day, and make her be aware of the setting that you're leaving from so that she can prepare herself in what to wear. Okay? Date. This is where all the tea. This is where you get all of your information on the date. So on the date, I and many women love when a gentleman take her coat. Now this could be a bit awkward. But promise you, if you are confident enough to do it, you don't have to listen. You might want to put the coat on her after the dinner or that sort of thing, and that's cool. And if it's still a little awkward, whatever, she's not gonna be upset about it. She's gonna be like, okay, that was super thoughtful. But to take her coat once you take it off, to decide where it goes, you got it. You getting there. You at least getting there. You arranged the date. You showed up appropriately dressed. And then you took the coat. You took the coat to say, hey, I'm a gentleman. And I can lead. Did you see me pick this date? Did you see me take this coat? I can lead. Okay. Take the coat, guys. Fellas, take the jacket. Maybe you put it on the back of the chair. Maybe there's a place in the restaurant to, actually have it hung. But I think it's a great sentiment, and many women are like, oh, I like it, So attempt to do that. You don't, when the coat come back or when it's time to go, you can decide whether or not she's going to take the coat and put it on, or you can attempt to do it. Hey, you can make that as awkward as you want it to be, but know that when you take the coat, it'd be like, okay, she going to figure this out. My coat not going to be down here dragging. Even if it is, he did it. It's going to go 4 and 5 kind of is meshed together, but I broke it up just so that we can have 10. It goes back also to dressing appropriately. If she's seen how you have made an effort, you have shaved, you have a haircut, you smell good, like if she could really see that the effort you made, and that could just be going to the park, right? I don't know if you're not into colognes. Shit, I don't know, Axe. I don't know what guys use when they don't wear cologne, because most guys wear cologne. But if they can tell, if a woman can, that you've put forth an effort, they could see that you made, cleaned yourself up very nicely to present yourself in a different way with her, she's going to be melting. She's going to be like, okay, he made an effort. He did all these other things. And now that I'm sitting down about to have dinner, I have taken note, and that I see that Chris lineup. I see you shave, boo. You smell good. I hugged you. You smelled nice. So those are going to be some key things that's just going to make her obsessed with you. Leading more into the date, she's going to be, all those things are going to already be very present in her mind, and it's going to make a higher chance in terms of you really scoring some chemistry or scoring the next date. So listen, y'all, I'm putting y'all on game. I'm putting you on game. And this is coming from a woman. So you got to believe me. You got to believe me. I'm doing it for y'all. So you can go out and make us women happy. That's it. All right. Tip number 5, y'all. Tip number 5 means you are here for business. Get it here. Let me tell you. Let me whisper it in your ear. Let me whisper it in your ear, okay? No. Tip number 5 is to make a lot of eye contact. to develop the chemistry, right? Something important about making that very, listen, and I mean eye contact, like, and then kind of finish eating your food or drinking your drink, and not, if it feels forced, it could be a lose for you guys. So I ain't saying stir her down like you want to eat her, but I'm just saying make some eye contact and just show that you're really listening to what she's saying, and that that you're trying to build the chemistry naturally. Looking at somebody's eyes like I'm looking in your eyes right now, and it's gonna make you feel that there's a smidget of chemistry, maybe a little bit. It's gonna open it up a little more for you. So building the chemistry is going to be key once you actually get on the date and you guys are starting to vibe and you're, about to order, you're making eye contact, you're building the chemistry. The sixth tip, 6 is not going to be a fan for all women, but many women like men to lead, and I've kind of giving you that example. I've given you how to lead on a first date that is not overpowering, that doesn't say, whatever about a man who could be overly controlling, right? But having a man really step up for a woman is what many women want. I'm not gonna say all, because hey, some women like the boat. Some women like to drive the boat. And most women are gonna tell you in many relationships what they're looking for is a man to lead. And these are simple ways from arranging a date. And this tip here is gonna be after you guys have conversed over dinner, like you're, take what's on the menu if you're on a sit down dinner date or coffee date, right? Nice lunch. You can certainly, once you kind of like, hey, what do you know what you want? I think I'm going to get the X, Y, and the Z. And, you're already, so when the waitress or the waiter comes over, he could be like, most men will be like, okay, you know what you want, you can go ahead and order, right? Hey, that's cool too. But it says something different. A woman will fall for you when they see that you're leading in this way. And this way is certainly like ordering for her. Like, the lady is gonna take a Cabernet Sauvignon, and I'm gonna have an old fashioned, right? Even if you know what you're having for dinner, if he already, I like that kind of thing. So try that out. See if that's the kind of girl you're hanging out with. But no, I like it. It doesn't have to be all the times you guys go on a date, but it's a nice little, I'm here to be the man. I'm here to be the man. Love it, y'all. I love it when a man does this. For me, I'm completely okay too with them being like, oh yeah, you wanna, what you having? Okay, I guess I can order, but it'd be nice. You already told you what I'm ordering, so why you can't just tell them what I'm ordering, man? So we're at tip 7, and this is after the date. Most of these tips are gonna be after the date moving forward. But hey, you didn't already put in a strong leg at the date. If you did any of those tips, she's already thinking like, wow, he could be the one. I like him. I'm falling a little bit. The chemistry was there. You may even got a kiss. You may even got a kiss at the end of the date if you did it right. If you did it right, you might even got the kiss. You after 2 glasses, okay? They'll be like, oh, this my man. So you already probably know what's up, because if you did all these other tips, you're on your way. Tip number 7 is going to be to do a thoughtful text the next day, okay? It could be the same night. It could be the next day. I am going to scream this from the top of the mountain. Women don't like them dry ass good morning texts. They don't. Nobody does. Nobody needs to have those dry ass good morning to you. What else do you say after that? Every single day to text me good morning says that you're trying to build control in an unhealthy way. of just wanting me to respond to you every morning, or wanting that, and that is a red sign for me, in a way that either we're on a different path, and if you think that that's meaningfully building a relationship, because miss me with that. It's dry shit. Nobody likes it. And hey, I am the one, y'all, that prefers to text. I don't even, I'll get on the phone if that is somebody else's forte. I'd rather have face to face time, or I am texting. But I don't want to text meaningless texting all day long. If you want to say good morning, that's one difference. But doing that every single morning is dry and mundane. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm so serious. What you can consider to do instead is, after the date, you can certainly, if you're going to do it that night, I had a great time with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Can't wait for us to, look at our schedules to see the next date. I'm like, oh, he's so cute. Meaningful. The next day, you may want to bring up something from the date. You may want to bring up something you guys talked about, something you saw, something you smelled. Okay? I don't care. Make it something other than good morning. You could say, hey, good morning, good afternoon. Shit, it don't even have to be the morning. Had a great time with you, but guess what? I looked up that X, Y, and that Z that you was talking about at dinner, and screenshot some funny picture or some random moment, or I saw that bird and it reminded me of that dude's shoes that I pointed out, or whatever it is to make it something more meaningful. Try your best to have a meaningful text conversation, because I can promise you the good morning text and the dry texting throughout the day, a woman is rolling her eyes in the back of her head every single time that you do it. If it's not funky, quirky, and cute, it's gonna be like, why is he doing this? I'm gonna leave it on red. Not really. So find something meaningful that happened on a date. Like, I had a coffee this morning, but that coffee we had yesterday is making me question my coffee recommendations or go-tos, because that coffee was so great, or that tea was so delicious, or I try to get that same blueberry tea I had yesterday and nobody has it. Now you got me on a new mission. Something fun. So text meaningful, text, you guys, but make sure you text something the next day, because you don't want her to think that the date didn't go well. But try to make it something kind of fun, funny. It's gonna align with number 7 around texting. I am a texter. I just told you that. It's me. I'm the one who mainly wants to text. Howsoever, at a certain age and at a certain point where you're trying to get to know someone, you can't do that through texting, right? You have to pick up the phone at some point. Even if it's an awkward conversation, you want to just pick up the phone and say, hi, how's your day going? I know that's so mundane and boring, but like, I was thinking of you and just thought I would give you a call. Looking forward again to us going out. Anything interesting happened today. And it could be a short conversation, but that conversation can start to help you build that more candid conversation with the person, and kind of getting the nerves out the way, because naturally when you meet someone, everyone gets the butterflies. At least you better be getting butterflies. At least you better be getting nervous by the time they are, they're coming to you. You want to be able to kind of break some of the awkwardness. And I think a great way in breaking some of the awkwardness is just to have a quick conversation over the phone. Hey, while you're in traffic, and that you can use that as a way to also get off the phone. Like, okay, I need to pay attention. They driving crazy out here, but it was great chatting with you. Like, make something a reason to call just to say hello. And it don't have to be a long conversation, but this also tells the person that you're really into them and you're feeling them. So try that. Okay. So number 9, y'all, we getting there. We're getting there. Y'all, listen, at this point, she's already like, I'm obsessed with him. She's telling all the girlfriends about you, all the thoughtful things that you've done leading up to. But this is the other piece of it. If you haven't already established the night before, getting together another day, most times if you've enjoyed yourself and enjoyed the company and want to at least attempt another date, you're definitely pursuing her in that way. So you're saying things like, hey, are you free anytime next week so that we can go hang out again? I do this like X, Y, and Z. I'd go on a hike on Saturday mornings. Would you be interested in that? No, I'm not. I'm not available Saturday morning, but I can have lunch with you or dinner with you. Like, get the conversation started maybe that night if you're really, really vibing, but certainly within the first 3 days. Within the first 3 days, you need to be asking her to hang out again. Again, I recognize that it is a larger responsibility for a man on dates. And I don't know how other women feel about starting, courting as being, 50-50. I've never experienced that to a degree. I take that back. Yeah, that shit was whack. But there are guys who are, we're all dating, right? And it's a cost to go out and have dinner, and that may not be everybody's financial capacity. So, if that's not yours, certainly do some free things or do some stuff that that's inexpensive, coffee, ice cream, whatever it is. But you want to at least ask within 3 days to get up again. It could be a park, it could be another free activity, it could be a festival that a place is having, that you get to pick and choose what you're gonna spend. It could be a museum. Museums are usually inexpensive, but you can find other inexpensive days that just still say you want to hang out with them, right? Like, you can say you want to go grab a bagel. Then you already know that a bagel shouldn't run you. I've had some expensive bagels. Shouldn't run you more than $15, and you get to pick and choose what kind of bagel you get. Listen, you might gotta get the plain bagel if you don't got it like that, right? But it's still a breakfast or date. But within the first 3 days, you need to be scheduling your next date with them, especially if you're vibing with them. You want to be doing that with them the first night. You want to be like, oh, this was a great day. I would love to hang out with you again. I know you're busy, but let's figure it out. Let's, make it work. And the woman will know that you're into her, right? Like, she'll be like, okay, I ain't gonna go out on a date with Johnny because I want to date, Michael. So definitely just be, more upfront about it and just get it out the way. Again, you arrange the dates so that you can at least know what it's going to cost, especially if you're worried about the cost, okay? So just kind of something to think about. All right, this is the last tip for you guys. I have rambled, but I'm trying to get you men in order. No, we are so appreciative of all the things that men do when it comes to dating. We recognize that you guys don't have it easy when it comes to spending and all of that sort of thing. And we truly appreciate it. And I'll say that from all women, most of them. I mean, some people out here looking for something else, sprinkle. I love her, but like some people out here looking for a whole different lifestyle. But we recognize that men have it hard in terms of the dating aspect. But these tips are meant to help you find the one quicker and let them be more obsessed with you very early on, so that you can decide whether or not it's something you want to make into something more serious. The last tip is gonna be, baby, you on a different level. You do this one after the dates are done. If this person if this person has a job where they go into an office, because many people are teleworking. Many people are teleworking post COVID, and many of them are not in the office at all. So this doesn't work for those people. But if you have sat through a dinner or coffee a day and she have discovered, because everybody's leading with what they do, and that's the most unfortunate thing. If you want to have some, want me to do some tips about what you should be talking about on a date, I got you. Just put it in the comments and I'll help you out there. But most people leave with what they do and what they're working with, which I think is so boring. It's boring, and to be quite honest, just a real ununique way of trying to grab somebody's attention with your things, and I think it's kind of lame, but I digress. I'm telling you the final tip so that you can just nail it home. And I honestly don't know how this works if a person works solely from home. If a person, let's say for example, works for a federal government agency and you guys have talked about it, if you make, this is going to sound a little stalkerish, if you make an opportunity to find her location and she talks, and maybe that's something you say at dinner, like, oh, is that on K Street? Okay, maybe that sounds a little stalkerish earlier on, but if you've been on a few dates and you send this person flowers afterwards to her office, baby, you go downstairs like, these are for a woman is gonna be head over heels for it. She's gonna love it. I have had this happen a couple of times, and it's so sweet. When I tell you, those are the relationships you remember when a person was that kind, right? Where they made an effort to do something so nice to make your day. You're like, wow, that's the kind of man I want to be with. At some point it's gonna be coming home. Like, he's sending flowers to the house or he's bringing flowers home because we live together. But until then, some occasional flowers to the workplace, where when she goes into the office she's able to enjoy something like this. Baby, cancel Christmas. You in. You're welcome. You're welcome for these tips. Hopefully you'll enjoy them. Hopefully you'll use some of them. I know it's 10 of them. Hey, do 50-50. If half of these things work out, I hope that it works out for the right woman for you. And Godspeed and good luck. Bye.